Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Danville, Virginia, for today's USA South Conference finale. Berea College takes on your Averett University Cougars. I'm your host, Joseph Swanson, joined by Trevor Ramagos, bringing you basketball coverage here from the Grand Center. How you doing today, Trevor?
Really good. Rainy day, but thankfully we're inside to play some basketball here today.
Yeah, your Cougars come into today, final game, senior day festivities just took place about 15 minutes ago, but Averett comes into today at 7-17 overall in the season and 7-9 overall in the USA South. Currently sitting at 4th place in the USA South standings. Win today, and I believe it's a loss by William Peace can put us into 3rd place overall, which big game here today for the Cougars. 3rd place in the standings on the line, and Berea comes in at 11-13 overall, 6-11 in the USA South. We got a couple of guys on their roster that are putting up close to 20 points a game. We'll get into that when we get to starting lineups. But let's talk a little bit about what the Cougars have been up to lately. We had a 4-game win streak into last week. Lost a tough one on the road at William Peace last Saturday. I believe it was a 91-89 game. Montre Cash went off a career high 39 points. Had a career high 33 the game before against NC Wesleyan. So he's one that's been on a tear. I believe he had 23 points the other night against Methodist in an 85-76 loss that kind of came out a little flat to start the game, didn't get much going. But look for the team to be a little fired up today on senior day. I know that TJ McAllister and Jalen Burnett will be in the starting lineup for the Cougars as we talked about senior day. So look for a little bit of up tempo today from the Cougars. But as we mentioned, Berea comes into the day. They've got a couple players. Number 5, Isaac Cottle, averaging currently 18 points a game, and then number 23, Terrell Carter, sitting at just under 21 points and 20.7 points a game. So 2 prolific scorers here for the Cougars, for the Mountaineers, where the Cougars are going to counter with Tim Henry and currently Montre Cash as their 2 leading scorers. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Cash has been going off, so he might not get the start because of the senior day, but when he gets in, I feel like they got to play through him. He's been averaging 29.7 over the last 3. Like you said, if he's scoring, the Cougars have a chance to win. So I believe he's the key to a Cougars win. And of course, down low, big Tim Henry and Mo have to get the rebounds.
Right.
They rebound and score, we have a good chance.
All right, as you just mentioned, Tim Henry, he comes into the day currently with 13 straight double-digit scoring outputs. Really taken off since after the Christmas break. And another guy that to note is number 14, Bryson Davis, sophomore. Had a career high the other night, 17 points against Methodist. He's really started to pick up the tempo as of late, knocked down a couple of key shots, pulled some rebounds down. Really kind of a Swiss Army knife for Coach David Duino and the Cougars. And then another one that he's not going to start tonight, but you're going to see him one of the first 2 guys off the bench is Raymond Bullock III. And he's a guy that's going to put up almost a double-double every game. Really high points the ball well on rebounds, putting up close to 8 points a game right now. And he's one that you'll see on the floor in the final 5 minutes of a game.
Yeah, Davis, like you said, he didn't play much probably about the first half of the year, but Coach Duino started using him, and he's proven his worth. And Goody, they call him, Raymond Bullock, he's an aggressive rebounder, and he's a good person to have in there, and he can go back up with it and get those second chance points that you love to have.
Right. And another one, Moriba Diaby, he's one that he didn't necessarily, he started at the beginning of the year, first couple games. Coach switched up the lineup a little bit, so he kind of faded off towards the Christmas break and then didn't play much after the break. But the last 3 games, really inserted himself back into the lineup. He's been starting. He's had two out of the last 3 straight games with double digits. So look for him to make an impact down in the post. Looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem here, so we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we'll have starting lineups for you live from the Grant Center. And welcome back to the Grant Center. Berea just started lineup, just got introduced. They're gonna start off with a 6'3" freshman guard, number 5, Isaac Cottle, leading to a 5'10" sophomore guard, number 10, DeAndre Lightfoot. Sophomore guard, 6'3", number 23, Terrell Carter. As we mentioned earlier in the pregame, averaging 20.7 points a game. 4, you're going to have a 6'4" sophomore, number 33, Mitchell Embry, and a 6'5" senior forward, number 40, Gabe Hinton. And then, as you can see, the Cougars starting lineup starting to get introduced here, so we'll do that real quick. Starting at guard, we got a 6'4" senior, number 5, T.J. McAllister. At the other guard, we got a 6'1" guard, number 11, Jalen Burnett. Starting at forward, 6'3", junior, number 12, Timothy Henry. 6'2" forward, number 14, Bryson Davis. And at the center, a 6'6", number 50, Mariva Diaby. And as we mentioned, the Cougars are under the direction of head coach David Duino, and the Mountaineers are under the direction of head coach John Hemingway. Opening tips getting ready to start here. What are your opening thoughts of this game, Trevor?
Should be a good one. I'm looking to see if the Cougars, they have a slight advantage on the boards. Berea has a little bit of a smaller lineup, but I'd say it's slightly smaller to the Cougars. So if the Cougars can really get the boards and take advantage of second chance points.
And the opening tip is up. Cougars win the opening tip. Ball in T.J. McAllister's hands. Calls out the offense at the top of the key. Drives the lane. Throws up a runner. No good. Out of bounds. Possession to Berea. Yeah, it looked a lot like Berea switched up their opening lineup a little bit as Austin Glasgow and Andrew Doty are not starting today. But look for them to come off the bench early for the Mountaineers as looks like Lightfoot's got the ball, puts up a shot, and it's good.
Two quick first possessions there by both teams.
Yeah. Jalen Burnett here with the ball for the Cougars. Drops it off to Henry. Back to Diaby at the top of the key. Looking inside to Henry. Henry makes a move. Runner. Looks like that was blocked by Gabe Hinton. Possession back to the Cougars. Davis with the ball.
Got to get some movement.
Three-pointer by Burnett, and it's good.
Long three.
Great answer there by Jalen Burnett. Carter with the ball for the Mountaineers. Dishes off to Embry. Back to Embry. Embry drives the lane. Throws up a runner, no good. Pulled down by Burnett.
Great defense down there by Diaby and Henry.
Burnett with the ball, deflected away. Henry drives, spins, run off the lane, no good. Pulled down by Diaby.
Looking for Big Mo to go back up there.
And it looks like they're going to say that Lightfoot had possession but was out of bounds, so the ball's going to stay with the Cougars here. 13 on the shot clock. Davis is going to take the ball out for Averett.
Got to manage this possession well. Only 13 on the shot clock now.
Ball comes into Burnett. Over to McAllister. 9 on the shot clock. McAllister drives. Dishes to Henry. Lay up and in. And it's good.
Pass.
Great look there by T.J. McAllister.
Good vision. To find Henry for an easy layup for him.
Lightfoot with the ball. Dishes over to Hinton. Hinton kicks out to Lightfoot. Back to Cottle. Over to Carter. Carter puts up a three. No good. Grabs his rebound. New shot clock for the Mountaineers. Carter drives. Dishes out to Embry. Embry for three. No good. Pulled down by Jalen Burnett. Ball goes inside to Diaby. Diaby backs in. Goes up off the glass, and it's good. And one opportunity here for the Cougars early.
And Bullock, the third, has come to the scorer's table to check in.
Looks like they're going to call that foul on Gabe Hinton. That'll be his first, team's first.
Foul called on Gabe Hinton, his first, team's first.
Alex Ayton and looks like Andrew Dowdy check in for the Mountaineers.
Cash checks in for Burnett on Averett side.
Shots up, pulled down by Henry. Possession goes to the Mountaineers. Lightfoot with the ball. Cottle with the ball at the top of the lane. Got away with a little bit of a push there. Over to Carter. Carter backs in. Dishes off to Cottle. Cottle puts up a shot, and it's good. Great answer with the shot clock running down at 3 seconds there. Callister with the ball for the Cougars. Callister off the screen. Dishes back to Henry. Inside to Diaby. Diaby spins, puts up a runner in the lane, and it's good. Nice move by Diaby down low.
Good play setup also.
Yes. As Lightfoot drives. Looks like they're going to call a foul on the floor. Looks like they're going to get TJ McAllister there with a hold. That's going to bring in Bullock and Lewis for the Cougars. Going to send McAllister and Diaby to the bench.
Good work by them, though.
Yeah, great opening. 3.5 minutes. Lightfoot underneath the Cottle, up and in. Great look there by Cottle to cut the lane, and Lightfoot found him for the layup.
And he was turned away from the basket also.
Yeah, tough contested layup there. Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Down low to Henry. Henry with the mid-range jumper, no good. Pulled down by Ayton. Dishes off to Cottle. Lightfoot with the ball, drives, runner off the glass, no good. Tip in, no good. Pulled down by Henry.
Now Diaby was doing more of the work. Yes, Diaby was doing more of the work. Now Henry has to pick up his slack now that he's taking a rest, and he did good there with that rebound.
Cash jumper, and it's good.
Oh, what a shot there!
Lightfoot with the ball for the Mountaineers. Dishes off to Carter. Carter drives, layup off the glass, and it's good.
Good defense, just a better shot.
Lewis with the ball for the Cougars. Lewis down low to Henry, dives back to Bullock, off the glass, no good. Great look there though by the Cougars. Dowdy for three, no good. Pulled down by Lewis. Great box out there by Bryson Davis to keep Ayton off the glass. The ball goes down to Henry. Henry up and under, no good. Pulled down by Ayton. Stolen away by Cash, layup, and it's good.
And one.
Montre Cash with a stealing the layup.
That's going to bring us to the 16-minute media. Waiting to see who the last foul was on. Looks like they're going to get Alex Ayton with a foul. That's going to be his first, team second. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have more action. And we're back. Cougars currently lead 13-8 with 14:43 remaining in the first half. Montre Cash will head to the line here, looking to convert an and one. As we mentioned, Alex Ayton called for the last foul there. Team second. Grabbed down a nice rebound, just had it down low. Cash stole it away and put it up and under for a clean two. Cash at the line. Shots up. And it's good. Austin Glasgow subbed in for the Mountaineers on the last dead ball.
Contreras for the Cougars as well.
Kicks it over to Dowdy, mishandled. Stolen away by Cash. Cash on the fast court break. Up, off the glass, and it's good.
Montre Cash with the stealing of fast break layup.
Here goes Cash. He's getting hot. He was one of the big guys we talked about in pregame.
He is. Little midcourt pressure there by the Cougars. Dowdy with the ball over to Cottle. Underneath to Embry. Embry looking for somebody over to Dowdy. Three-pointer up, no good. Pulled down by Lewis. Lewis pushes the pace. Dishes off to Cash. Cash pulls it out and sets up the offense.
Great defensive possession by the Cougars.
Down inside to Henry. And it looks like they're going to get Henry for an offensive foul as he lowered the shoulder a little bit on that one. Good call by the officials. It's going to be Henry's first, team's second. As Lightfoot and Hiddens check in, and then Diaby's going to check back in here for the Cougars. Some great looks early here by the Cougars early on. A couple of good defensive possessions down on the defensive end, and currently got a 16-8 lead.
Yeah, the passing is helping them.
Yeah, great ball movement early. As Carter drives the lane, behind the back and out of bounds. Great look there by Carter. It's just teammate wasn't quite expecting it. Cash brings the ball up for the Cougars. Gives it back to Lewis. Contreras with the ball. Contreras with the jumper, and it's good. Great ball movement again there. Lightfoot with the ball for the Mountaineers. Swings it over to Carter. Back to Hinton. Hinton drives. Looks like they're going to get Diaby here for a foul. Yep, they're going to get 50. Number 50, Maury with Diaby with a foul. It's going to be the team's third, his first. Going to be Berea ball down on the baseline. Looks like we got a shot clock issue. Ball comes into Carter. Carter drives, dishes over to Hinton. Lightfoot with the ball now. Throws up a jumper, no good. Pulled down by Contreras. Up court to Lewis, off the glass, and it looks like it was blocked by Hinton.
Good block there.
Glasgow running transition, up and in. That's a great push by Glasgow there. Lewis with the ball for the Cougars. Pressure by Lightfoot. Over to Bullock. Back to Contreras. Contreras drives. Up and runner off the glass. That's a great contested shot right there by Contreras. Falling over.
Could have maybe got a foul, but he still got the bucket. Tough bucket at that.
Glasgow drives. Runner off the lane. It's good. He's made an impact in the 3 minutes that he's been on the floor.
Two back-to-back great baskets by him.
Lewis with the ball for the Cougars. Over to Cash. Looking inside to Diaby. Fakes the pass. Kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis underneath. Tough pass there to Diaby as it was deflected away as Carter runs the transition. It looks like they're going to get Bullock with a hold there. Good foul there. He's going to get a breakaway layup. Try to tie the ball up, and it looks like that's going to bring us to the 12-minute media as that will be Bullock's first, team's fourth. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have more action. we're back coming out of the 12-minute media. Cougars lead 20-12 with 11:19 remaining here in the first half. What have you seen so far from the Cougars here early in this one?
I've seen some great defense, especially down low by Mo and Tim. And the passing and the ball movement has gotten them great opportunities, and they've just capitalized. And Cash has been hot, like we said he had to be.
Dowdy underneath, turns it over, and it's going to be Cougars ball. Great drive there by Dowdy. Almost looked like he had the turnaround, step around jumper, but tried to force it underneath a little bit to Hinton, and Hinton just wasn't ready for it. Burnett checks back in for the Cougars with the ball, top of the key. Dishes over to Diaby. Over to Henry. Henry, deep jumper, off the iron, and pulled down by Huddle. Up court to Lightfoot. Tip into, excuse me on that one. It looked like Andrew Dowdy got the tip in on that one.
Couple quick baskets by Berea. See if the Cougars can calm down and get one of their own here.
Great look by Lightfoot there. As Contreras puts one off the backboard, no good. Pulled down by Burnett. Defended by Cottle. Crosses over, drives the lane, runner up, no good, and they're going to get a foul.
Great move over there by Burnett to get past his defender.
Looks like they're going to get Gabe Hinton on the foul.
Gabe Hinton called for the foul. His second, team's third.
Burnett lost.
It's going to be his second, team's fourth. He's going to send Jalen Burnett to the line here for 2. Burnett's first shot's up. Off iron. Davis checks back in for the Cougars. Embry in for the Mountaineers. Second shot attempts up. And it's good. Cash checks back in here for the Cougars. Burnett checks out. Lightfoot with the ball for the Mountaineers. Dishes off to Carter. Cottle with the ball, over to Carter. Carter drives, dishes out to Cottle. Three-pointer up, and it's good. Great in and out action there by the Mountaineers. 21-15, Cougars lead.
Callister for Cash in the corner. Back up top. Down low, Diaby. Spins. Gets the left-handed shot to go.
Great look there by Mario Diaby. He's starting to get really comfortable in the post. I believe he's got 6 points so far. Carter with the ball for the Mountaineers. Dishes off to Cottle. Cottle jumper. And it's good. He's starting to find his touch and rhythm right there. Callister brings it up for the Cougars.
Berea in there. And there's
Cougars looking inside to Diaby, blocked, and they're gonna. Looks like they're gonna get Dowdy with the ball with the block. It's gonna send Diaby here for the line for 2. It looked pretty clean at first, but they must have said that he got him on the body initially.
Yeah, it did look clean. Maybe the follow through also.
Diaby's shot's good. Bullock heads to the table. Second shot. Up, no good. Off iron. Pulled down by Cottle.
See if Berea continues to play through Cottle, who's been hot.
Embry with the ball. Over to Lightfoot. Back to Carter. Carter drives. Dishes underneath to Dowdy. Tip in, and it's good.
Good vision there.
Great look there by Carter.
8:50 to go now in the first half. McAllister to Cash, back to McAllister. Diaby's going to set the screen. McAllister kicks to Cash. Cash fakes the shot and loses the ball.
Looks like it was stolen away. It looks like they're going to get McAllister there for a reach-in, being a little too aggressive. But, yeah, Cash drove the lane there, and it looks like it was hard to tell, but it looked like Cottle came from behind, swiped it out, tipped it up, and it got taken away. Keyshawn Lewis checks back in for the Cougars. It's going to be McAllister's second foul, team 4th. Lightfoot with the ball, defended by Lewis. Over to Carter. Carter swings it. Lightfoot for three. No good. Pulled down by Cash. Great look there again by Carter. I know Drew and I were talking before the game. They called him the walking triple-double last year to start the league as the ball's pulled down by Bryson Davis there. Tip in no good by Bullock. Then be pushed by Carter. Dishes over to Cottle for three, and it's good. Wow. Great transition bucket there. That's going to tie this one up 24-24 with just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first half.
And he had the defender in his mouth.
Lewis with a runner. Up, and it's good.
Deshaun Lewis with the bucket.
That's a great answer right there by the Cougars.
That was a tough shot.
Lightfoot with the ball over to Cottle. Inside to Embry. Embry backs down. Spins, puts up a runner off the glass. No good. Pulled down by Diaby.
Great defense by Diaby.
Yeah, great defense there. Lewis with the ball. Dishes back to Cash. Cash for a deep three. No good. Off iron. Pulled down by Carter. Stolen away by Bullock. Bullock puts it up. It looks like they're going to get Carter with a block on that one. Looked like the initial block was clean on the ball, but it looks like they're going to get him for the body. And that's going to bring us to the 8-minute media. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we'll have the final 7:21 of first quarter action. First half action, excuse me. And welcome back to the Grant Center. Averett leads 26-24 with 7:21 remaining here in first half action. Cougars still in the huddle over there, but talk a little bit about Kyle coming off the bench here for, well, actually no, he started, but talk a little bit about his performance so far. I believe he's got, trying to find it right now, but 12 points so far through opening 12 and a half minutes as Bullock heads to the line here for two shots. Been clutch here with Carter finding him on two deep threes and then a couple runners in the lane.
It's 5 for 5.
5 for 5 from the floor, yep. Bullock's first shot's up, and it's good. 5-5 on team fouls right now currently. Second shot's up and good. Montre Cash currently leads the Cougars with 7 points. Ball comes into Cottle. He's even with Marie Diaby at 7 as well. Ball goes over to Carter. Defended by Davis. Spins back over to Dowdy. Back to Cottle. Cottle drives, spins, runner up in the lane, off the glass, and it's good. That's a great contested shot there by Cottle.
Yeah. Contreras had a hand in his face. Good defense, just made the shot. Good shot.
Lewis with the ball here for the Cougars. Around, down low to Henry. Kicks it back out to Lewis, over to Contreras. Contreras drives, tipped away, stolen away by Carter. Up court to Cottle, defended by Davis. And that looks like they're going to get a hold there on Davis, but great defense there by Davis in possession there.
Tough call. Looks like he tied him up when he was going for the layup.
Looked like Coach Duino's fighting that one. The ref from the far end of the court called that one. He's trying to fight that he didn't see it, but definitely looked like a foul from this angle. It's going to send Cottle for the line here for 2 shots. First shot's up. It's good. Hinton checks back in here for the Mountaineers. Cottle's second attempt. Off iron, pulled down by Bullock. Gets it off to Lewis, and the Cougars will set up the offense here. Harrison Cochran heads to the table for the Cougars. Looks inside to Bullock, underneath to Henry, up off the glass, no good. Looks like they're going to get hit with a block on that one.
Cougar fans appealing.
Glasgow with the ball, drives, nothing. Dishes back out to Cottle. Comes off the screen, nothing, tipped away. Great recovery there inside to Hembry. That's just unfortunate for the Cougars. They're 2-3 fighting for the ball, and Hembry happened to be underneath, wide open for the layup. Berea currently leads 23-28. Inside to Henry. Henry drives. And it looks like they're going to get a foul call here. Looks like they're going to get Gabe Hinton.
Gabe Hinton called for the foul. His third.
That's going to be his third. Team 6 is going to send Tim Henry here for the line for 2. As Dowdy's at the table ready to check in for the Mountaineers. Correction.
Harrison Cochran brings the game for Cougars.
As Dowdy and Lightfoot check in here for the Mountaineers. Cochran for the Cougars. 29-29. Henry's second shot attempts up. Finds the bottom of the net, and Dialli will check back in here for the Cougars. Averett currently leading 30-29 with 5:44 remaining here in the first half. What do you see for the Cougars in the final 5 minutes of this game, or 5 minutes of this half?
I'd like to see them just play some good defense and keep Berea at bay. That's what I put my emphasis on. Tough defense to this last. Close out this half.
Cottle with the ball. Step back 3. Good shot. Lewis in his face, he still hit it. That's a great shot there by Cottle. 32-30 lead for the Mountaineers. Cochran with the ball, back to Lewis. Lewis drives. Looks like he tried to force that underneath the Diaby, and it just hit off his hands and went out of bounds.
They got to start guarding Cottle a little bit harder here. He's proved that he's not playing around. It's not fake.
I believe he's got 15 points so far here through the first quarter as Carter's with the ball. Carter with the ball, step back jumper, and it's good.
Berea making some tough baskets now.
Cochran with the ball, back to Lewis. Looking inside. Down on the baseline to Henry. Swings it back out to Contreras. Contreras drives, jumper in the lane, and it's good. Great ball moving there by the Cougars.
Berea leads by 2. 4:25 to go.
Cottle with the ball, defended by Lewis. Carter puts up a 3 off iron, no good. Pulls down by Henry. Henry over to Lewis. Lewis sets up the offense. Cochran with the ball. Over to Cochran. Cochran for a deep 3, and it's good! Averett regains the lead, 35-34, with just under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Here's where that defense. We need a good defensive possession here. It'd be big after that bucket.
Carter drives the lane, runner off the glass, and it's good. Back and forth contest for the last 2 minutes here. Lewis with the ball for the Cougars. Over to Contreras. Back to Lewis. Swings it to Cochran. Cochran looking to set things up. Drives. And it looks like they're going to get Cochran there for a travel. Took one too many steps just before he dished it off. And that's going to bring us to the 4-minute media as T.J. McAllister and Jalen Burnett check back in for the Cougars. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds of action. And welcome back. Averett currently trails 36-35 with 3:22 here remaining in the first half. I know we were just talking here at break as he checks out for a little bit of breather here, but Isaac Cottle is red hot here in the first half. A perfect 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range for 18 points, as he's currently got his team in the lead 36-35 as we previously mentioned. As Dowdy was looking there for Lightfoot on the back door, Lightfoot just wasn't ready, and the ball goes out of bounds. Cougars ball here.
Good defense by Congren to slow him down also.
McAllister with the ball here in the front court for the Cougars. Swings it over to Burnett. Burnett for three, and it's good! 38-36, Cougars lead. Just under 3 minutes remaining here. Glasgow with the ball, drives, nothing. Dishes back out to Carter. Carter looks, nothing. Defended by Contreras. Dishes over to Embry. Embry for three, no good. Pulled down by Burnett. Great defensive series there by the Cougars. Burnett with the ball. Dishes over to Cochran. Cochran looks, back out to Contreras. Contreras drives, dishes over to McAllister. McAllister runner, no good. Pulled down there by Embry. Dowdy with the ball, inside to Carter. Almost stolen away there by Contreras. Yeah. Carter spins, throws up a jumper, and it's no good. Looks like they're going to get Contreras there for body.
Coach Duino is making his case, because Contreras' arms were up, though. But he was right on him.
Looked like he got up underneath him a little bit. He initiated the contact, yeah.
I agree with the call, though.
It's going to send Carter to the line here for two. 17 fouls for the Cougars. First shot's good. It's going to bring Cottle and Ayton in for the Mountaineers. 38-37. Second shot attempt's up, and it's good.
So McAllister brings it up. 2 minutes to go in the half. Tie ball game. Contreras in the corner. He'll take it to the basket. Kick out McAllister to Conkrim. Now to Burnett. Burnett down low to Diaby. Diaby spins between two defenders and gets the basket. It rolls in off the front of the rim.
Great post move there by Diaby. Cottle with the ball. Over to Carter, defended by Cochran. Drives up off the glass, and it's good. Great footwork there by Carter. Had Contreras back, or had Cochran backing up there, jump stepped and put it off the lane.
Contreras now, he'll pull up. Rebounded by Cochran. Finds McAllister, not enough, just not enough on that one.
Great look there by Cochran to find McAllister cutting down the lane. We're going to get a timeout here by Berea. 1:03 remaining. We're going to stay with you on this one. Let's talk a little bit about that last possession there for the Cougars, as rebound fell down into Cochran's hands and managed to get it over on the other side of the rim, and two bigger guys defending him, so he didn't go up with it, but managed to find McAllister streaking down the lane and just nipped it off the front rim a little bit.
But a little bit more on that one.
Just a little bit more, like you mentioned, yeah. 40-40 game here. We got 7-6 team fouls. Averett leads. Like I mentioned, just 1:03 remaining here as David Duino talks over his team. What do you see from the Cougars with the last minute 3 seconds here?
40-40, I'd be telling him play hard. Of course, he probably might have some plays set up, but I'd be telling him play hard, guys. Let's keep this game as close as we can, if not have the lead going to halftime. Just play tough physical ball.
Right. I'm probably telling him right here on defense, let's try to keep the ball out of Cottle's hands and force somebody else here to score.
If he gets the ball, be right up on him. Because I don't want to let him take a shot from long range right now.
Lightfoot with the ball, drives the lane, defended by Cochran, runner up, and it's good. 42-40 lead for the Mountaineers. Lewis with the ball for the Cougars.
Shot clock error. Maybe.
Okay, we got a shot clock issue. Looks like they're going to reset it to 26 seconds here. Davis with the ball, passes it into Lewis. Lewis comes off the screen, kicks it over to Cochran, inside to Henry. Over to Davis. 10 on the shot clock. Cochran with the ball. Cochran drives, loses the handle. Looks like it is stolen away by Dowdy into the hands of Cottle, and looks like we got no shot clock, 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. Carter with the ball, defended by Davis. 9 seconds on the clock. Carter backs in on Davis, kicks it over to Dowdy. Dowdy for three, no good. Pulled down by Cochran, and that's going to bring us to halftime. Almost had another remake of the other night when Monterey Cash chucked it with 0.5 seconds on the halftime, just before halftime to sink a three. But let's talk a little bit about the first half. We can get the first half stats here in a second, but Berea currently leads 42-40 with second half action getting ready to start in after the 15-minute intermission. But let's talk a little bit about what Berea's done here in the first half, as Cottle in 17 minutes, as we mentioned, a perfect 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 for 18 points. Their leading scorer currently with 18, as we mentioned, and their leading scorer on the year, Terrell Carr, currently has 10 points, and looks like we've got DeAndre Lightfoot and Austin Glasgow and Andrew Dowdy both have 4, and then on the Cougars side of the ball, Mariba Diaby currently leads with 9 points, while Jalen Burnett and Monterey Cash each have 7. Vince Contreras with 6 points off the bench for the Cougars, and Harrison Cochran with a big 3, and Tim Henry with 4 points. So what do you see if you're Coach Duino here at halftime? What are your defensive changes here for the Cougars?
So I believe the Cougars did a great job down low, and then Cottle just heated up. So maybe you switch your defensive presence to focus a little bit more on the shooters rather than the postmen in the second half, as they did great down low. Diaby and Henry did, and Cottle just really torched them up.
Yeah, offense explosion here, 42-40, one of the higher scoring Cougars first halves this year. So offensively, it's there. It's just got to make a few defensive changes here. Cottle's been hot. Feel we played pretty good defense on him for the most part, but he's hit a couple of step back jumpers with the guys handed in his face. So you got to give credit where credit's due. And then, I mean, they've got Cottle's one, and then Carter's another that are averaging almost 20 points a game. So you know they're going to get theirs. It's just, can we take away a couple of the other scores? And currently trailing by 2, but second half action is getting ready to come into us with just over 13 minutes. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have second half action here from the Grant Center. And welcome back to Averett University versus Berea here. Mountaineers currently lead 42-40. Second half's getting ready to get underway here, but talk a little bit about halftime stats. We talked a little bit about them before we went to the break, but Isaac Cowell currently with 18 points for the Mountaineers, while Terrell Carter is double digits at 10. Cougars out-rebounded Berea. Out-rebounded Berea 17-14 in the first half. Pretty even on assists. Cougars ahead 9-8, and the big whopper that really jumps out is the Mountaineers shot 60% here in the first half, 18-30, while Averett was 31-15 at 48.4%. Cottle currently with the only 3 makes at 3-point range here for the Mountaineers is they're 3 of 11 here in the first half, as we're getting ready here to start the second half. Mountaineers ball. Ball comes in here to Cottle, defended by Burnett. Over to Dowdy. Lightfoot with the ball. Gets it off to Carter. Carter looks to drive. Throws up a runner. Off glass, no good. Pulled down by Henry. McAllister with the ball here for the Cougars. Comes off a screen by Henry. Over to Davis, inside to Diaby. Diaby backs in. Gets it out to McAllister. McAllister for 3, no good. Offensive rebound by Diaby. Your 30-second clock for the Cougars. Henry with the ball in the corner. Gets it out front to McAllister. Stolen away by Lightfoot. Lightfoot in transition. And it looks like they're going to get McAllister here for a reach. It was one of those that might have been able to go both ways, Trevor, as I thought Lightfoot extended his arm a little bit, but I think they're going to call McAllister for his first, or I believe it's his third foul, first of the second half for a team, but it looks like they're going to call him for the early contact before the push-off. Lightfoot with the ball. Passes it into Carter. Defended by Davis. Looks to drive. And it looks like they're going to get Davis with a bump there. Yep. That will be his, I believe, his first, team second here.
Foul called on Bryson Davis, his second, team second.
Lightfoot with the ball. Passes into Cottle. Defended by Burnett. Drives, stolen away by Davis. Transition, Henry off the glass, no good. Pulled down by Embry. Great pass there by, looked like Jalen Burnett to Henry. He's just a little too strong off the glass. As Cottle shoots, and he's good. 20 points.
8 for 8.
McAllister with the ball here for the Cougars. Dishes it off to Henry. Back to McAllister. Trying to look inside. Drives. Kicks it over to Davis. Davis inside to Diaby. Runner off the glass, and it's good.
Big strong move there by big Mo Diaby.
Lightfoot with the ball here, defended by McAllister. Looks to drive. Kicks it over to Dowdy. Deflects off into the hands of Carter. Carter drives, splits 2 defenders, and looks like they're going to get him for traveling. Great play, great initial play there, but looks like they're going to get him one too many steps as defender came in, grabbed the ball, and didn't call jump, and got him for the travel there. That's going to send Montre Cash into the game, and T.J. McAllister back to the bench for the Cougars. Cash with the ball here. 44-42 lead for the Mountaineers. Ball goes over to Burnett. Burnett looks to drive, crosses over, runner off the glass, no good, pulled down by Diaby. He's blocked by Embry and is pulled away, and Lightfoot takes it up from court. Lightfoot's jumper up, and it's good. Great block there by Embry, and landed in the hands of Lightfoot, and he took off. Cash with the ball for the Cougars, drives, blocked away by Dowdy, pulled down by Dowdy. Stolen back away by Cash. He'll pull it out, set up the offense. 25 on the shot clock. Great recovery there by Montre Cash. Inside to Diaby, kicks it. They're going to get him for one too many steps.
Foul, actually.
They're going to call foul. Excuse me. Looks like they're going to get Andrew Daddy with a foul. I believe that's his second, team's first.
That definitely would have been the next call, though, if they didn't call that foul. His pivot foot was starting to move a little bit.
Cash with the ball over to Davis. Down low to Henry. Henry pulls it out, dishes it back out to Burnett. Burnett drives. Step back, nope. Dishes over to Cash. Cash for a deep three, no good. Pulled down by Henry. Henry off the glass, and it's good, and one. Great offensive board there by Tim Henry.
Good job down low after he got it, too, with the fake shot. You draw the contact.
Pump fake, going to get Mitchell Embry up off his toes, and they're going to get him for the foul. I believe that's his second and team second. It's going to send Henry here for the line, looking to convert an and one. 46-44 lead. Henry's attempts up, and it's good. 1 point lead here by the Mountaineers.
So that'll get Henry going. He was only 1 for 7 in the first half. He's usually a big physical presence down there.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the pregame, he's got 13 straight double-digit games since the break. This ball goes down low to Embry, and it looks like they're going to get Cash. That's going to be a tough call. I thought he had all ball on that one, but
thought maybe it could have been a jump ball.
Could have been a jump ball, but yeah, they're going to get Montre Cash for the hold on that one. Is it going to send Embry to the line here, looking for 2 shots? That's probably one of those 50-50 calls. One way is going to go for offense, one way is going to go for the defense.
Usually you get those back, too.
Yep. First shot's up, off iron, no good. Second shot attempt. Finds the bottom of the net. 47-45 lead by the Mountaineers. Burnett with the ball. Burnett drives, dumps off to Henry. Henry off the glass, and he's going to get a foul. Looks like they're going to get Andrew Dowdy for his third. Great look there by Jalen Burnett. Looked like a design play that Henry sealed off his defender. Waited for Burnett to drive by, and he just dished it off, and they caught Dowdy basically one-on-one.
Cougars do a lot of that, freeing up and getting big one-on-one down low looks to Henry and Diaby.
Henry's first shot's up, off iron, no good. Ayton checks back in for the Mountaineers.
I like to say Henry has a high motor. If he gets going, he usually gets going. And they've got him a couple early looks here.
Henry's second shot attempts up, off iron. Pulled down by Embry. And it looks like they're going to say that went off Embry, and it's going to be Cougars' ball. That's a great play by Bryson Davis to fight that, force Embry to make a play.
Great effort play. They're going to call a technical foul now.
And they're going to get a technical foul here on Mitchell Embry, as that's going to send, it looks like Montre Cash to the line, shooting the 2 shots for the Cougars here. It's 47-45 game. First shot's off iron by Cash. Second shot attempts up, no good. Cougars ball underneath. Austin Glasgow checks in here for the Mountaineers. His team currently leads 47-45 with 16:21 here remaining in the second half.
Uncharacteristic by Cash there to miss those free throws.
Inside to Diaby, looks underneath to Henry, just off his feet. Tough pass there. Henry couldn't really handle it, but great look there, though, by Diaby to see him and try to find him. Lightfoot with the ball here. Drives, step back. Off back iron and falls through the net. Burnett with the ball here for the Cougars. Inside to Diaby, poked away by Glasgow. Up to Lightfoot off the glass, and it's good.
Good pass by Caudle.
Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Over to Davis. Inside to Diaby. Kicks it out to Cash. Cash for three, and it's good. And that's going to get a timeout on the floor here by the Cougars.
Big shot. Needed that one.
Big shot here as looks like Raymond Bullock, the third, is going to check in for the Cougars here. 15:27 remaining here in the second half. 51-48 Mountaineers lead. It's going to be a 30 here, but I believe this is going to go to a full by rule. So we're going to take a break with them, and when we come back, we'll have the final 15:27 of regulation here. And welcome back as we come out of timeout. As we mentioned before, Berea currently leads 51-48 here with 15:27 remaining. It's going to be Berea ball underneath the basket.
Berea also has 3 players in double figures. Caudill, Lightfoot, and Carter.
Ball comes in here to Lightfoot. Pressure by Cash. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Caudill. And they're going to get a timeout here. Great pressure there out of the timeout by the Cougars.
They were going to get the 10-second had they not called that timeout. Yeah, like you said, good defense. Who was
as this will go to the media. This will be the 16th media.
Whoever pressured Lightfoot caused him to pick up his dribble. Well, he lost it on the floor.
Yeah, it was the pressure by Cash a little bit. Looked like he tried to cross over there. He crossed over a little too low, and looked like he tried to come out a little bit high, and Montre's hand happened to be there, so he tried to defend it a little bit. When he did, he lost his handle, and the ball fell on the floor. When he got it back to Caudill, they only had 2 seconds on the shot clock. So smart play by Caudill there to realize that clock's running down, that he needed to call timeout here. So great pressure there, though, by David Duino and his bunch out of the timeout to cut into this one a little bit as we're getting ready to come out of the timeout break here. It'll be Berea ball over here by our Cougars bench. Referee letting him know that there is 2 seconds here on the clock. Ball comes into Glasgow. Glasgow with the ball. Dishes over to Caudill. Swings it to Lightfoot. Lightfoot defended by Cash. Tipped away. Lands in the hands of Caudill. Trapped in the corner. Throws up a shot. Off rim. Glasgow pulls down the offensive board, and we got a new 30-second shot clock. Blocked away by Davis. That's a nice defensive play there by Bryson Davis.
Big block.
Possession's going to stay here with Berea. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 14:21 remaining. Ball goes back to Lightfoot. Looked like the Cougars were really playing tight defense there on Carter and Caudill. They didn't want him to get the ball. As Lightfield drives, throws up a runner off the front of the rim, and it falls through. Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Gets it up ahead to Burnett. Back to Cash. Swings it to Davis. Davis for three, and it's good. Great give and go action there.
Great back-to-back threes for the Cougars. Big.
Great defensive play there by Cassius. He almost could have got called for a reach there, but tipped that away, slowed down the possession. Looks like Contreras and Lewis are going to check in for the Cougars. Is going to send, looks like Burnett and...
Cougars have 6 players on the court right now.
Looks like Burnett and Henry, yep. So Duino going to go with a small guard lineup here with Davis and Bullock the third as his 2 bigs. Glasgow with the ball, swings it up ahead to Caudill. Over in the corner to Lightfoot. Lightfoot drives, gets it back out to Glasgow for 3. No good, pulled down by Bullock. Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Pushes the tempo, gets it over to Lewis. Back out front. Look for three, over to Davis, nothing. Back over to Cash. Cash looks, swings it to Contreras. Contreras pump fakes, drives the lane, back out to Davis, 9 on the shot clock. Looks like they're going to get Montre Cash for an offensive foul on that one. Good call there by the Stripes. I thought Cash definitely did push off of the forearm. Tried to spin move there, lost a little bit of the handle, and they're going to get you 9 times out of 10 on that call. Berea ball here, 53-51 lead for the Mountaineers. Ball comes into Cottle. Defended by Contreras. Goes inside to Embry. Embry backs down, throws a run off the lane, and it's good.
He was double teamed as well.
That's just one of those. He's just a little bit taller, elevated, found the backboard, and nothing but net. Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Averett trails by 4. Cash drives underneath the Contreras, off the glass, no good. Tip in by Davis. Had several chances there on tip-ins, but nothing went as Carter takes it out here for the Mountaineers. Backs in on Davis. Kicks it out to Lightfoot. Swings it over to Embry. Embry for 3. Defended by Cash, no good, and it's going to be pulled down by Contreras. Great recovery there by Cash to get a handout in his face as Contreras drives the lane, throws up a runner. No good. It's pulled down by Lewis, and great follow there by Keyshawn Lewis. Cougars really cleaning up the offensive boards here early through the second half, excuse me.
That was one of my key points to a win for the Cougars. They can get the rebounds.
Goes inside to Embry, defended by Cash. A little bit of a mismatch. Runner no good. Pulled back down by Embry. Kicks it outside to Cottle. Cottle for 3, no good. Pulled down by Lightfoot. Stolen away by Cash. Off the glass, and it's good.
Cash trying to draw the foul there and get an extra
Trying to draw the foul there, yeah. Great play by Lightfoot, though, to put some pressure on and not get called for a foul there. Making a tough shot for Cash.
Good awareness by Cash, too, after that scramble for the ball.
Yes.
Game's tied now, 55 up.
Carter here with the ball, defended by Davis. Tipped away by Davis. And they're going to keep the possession there. It looked like the ball went out first initially and bounced back in, and that's what Davis hit. So they're going to give possession back to Berea with 12:01 on the clock here as Diaby and Henry are going to check back in, and that's going to send Davis and Bullock to the bench. 55-55 tie game here. 12:01 remaining here in the second half. Carter inbounds into Lightfoot. Lightfoot drives, dishes back out to Cottle, defended by Lewis. Jumper, off iron, no good, pulled down by Contreras. And the Cougars will push in transition here. Ball goes up to Lewis. Lewis looks to split, back out to Cash. Inside to Diaby. Trapped in the corner, back out to Contreras. Contreras drives, splits 2 defenders off the lane, and it's good! And one opportunity. Great play there by Vince Contreras. That's going to bring us to the media as Vince Contreras is currently down, but looks like they're going to get Gabe Hinton for his second foul on that. It's going to be the team's 5th, but we're going to take the 12-minute media break, and when we come back, we'll have looks like Vince Contreras at the line shooting 1 shot for the N1. We'll be right back. And welcome back as it looks like Mariva Diaby is going to check in here for Contreras, and he's going to shoot the free throw in the N1 situation here as Contreras is over on the bench. Looked like he took a little bit of a knee to the ribs there. Couldn't catch his breath for a minute, so they're going to pull him out and check on him as Diaby's shot falls a little bit short of the iron there. So possession's going to go here to Berea. Cougars currently lead 57-55, 11:30 remaining here in the second half. Glasgow with the ball for the Mountaineers.
I know this is the rule in Division I, I believe, but can Contreras come back into the game since he had to have somebody sub him for a free throw?
I believe he could, as that was tipped away by Davis, stolen away by Lewis, and the Cougars push here in transition. I believe he can, yeah, because it's an injury. Technically, it's an injury.
Okay.
Ball goes over to Henry. Back to Cash. Cash for a deep three. Off iron. And the possession's going to remain here with the Cougars. I thought for a minute there that ball was off Diaby's hands, and it was going back to Berea.
It was one of those 50-50 plays you talk about. It went our way this time. I thought it was for sure off Diaby.
Lewis inbounds the ball. Sends it out to Henry. Back to Lewis. Lewis sets up the offense here for the Cougars. Burnett heads to the table. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Cash with the ball for the Cougars. Comes off a screen by Henry. Dishes to Henry. Henry looks. Goes up a runner. No good. Grabs his offensive rebound. Looks to put it up, and he's going to get fouled. And it looks like they're probably going to get Andrew Dowdy on that, and that's going to be his fourth. Correct. That's right. They did get Andrew Dowdy on that. It's going to send Henry to the line for two. Looks like Embry and Bullock are getting ready to check in. 10:43 remaining here in the second half. Henry's first shot. Up. It's good. Bullock checks in here for Cash. And it looks like Embry's going to check in here for Dowdy, who's got 4 fouls. 6 as a team. So next possession, the next foul, the Cougars will be in 1-1 for the remainder of the regulation.
That's big. He could be in the 1-1 for almost 10 minutes.
Henry's second shot's good. 4-point lead by the Cougars, 59-55. Cottle with the ball from the Mountaineers, pressure by Lewis. Cottle looks to drive. Dishes over to Lightfoot. Lightfoot splits the lane. Runner off the glass. No good. Pulled down by Diaby. Great look there, though, by Lightfoot. Cougars pushing transition. Up ahead to Lewis. Just a little bit off iron. Looks like Berea's going to get in transition. Embry up court, and they're going to get Henry for a foul. Tough foul there by Henry. I believe that's going to be his first of the game, but not much of a choice there but to get back and not let Berea get an easy 2 points off the transition basket there.
Mitchell Embry at the line, shooting.
Embry at the line. First shot's up. No good. Correction, that is going to be Henry's second foul of the game. 15th foul. As on the other end, it looks like Lewis tried to push the tempo a little bit, got it inside, and tried to find Diaby. Was just a little bit off iron and landed right in the hands of a Berea defender, and they pushed it up court. As Embry's second shot is up and is good. 3-point lead here by the Cougars. Ball comes into Lewis. Full court pressure here by the Mountaineers. Lewis gets it up to Davis, and it looks like they're going to get Cottle with a reach in there on Davis. And that's going to put Davis at the line here for 1-1. I believe that's his first, team 7th.
Bryson Davis at the line for the 1-1.
I do like the ball movement early here, though, or midway through here by the Cougars in the second half, as they've been able to move it around quite a bit and find open guys. As Davis's first shot, the 1-1 is up and is good. 60-56 lead here by the Cougars. Free throws will be clutch down the line here.
Yes. That's what I was going to say. Risky.
Second shot's off iron, pulled down by
Slightly risky move by Berea, in my opinion. Playing that full court press when you only have one foul to give till you put Averett in the 1-1.
3-pointer attempt by Cottle, no good. Pulled down by Henry. And as we were just talking about, that is going to put Vince Contreras up at the table, getting ready to check back in for the Cougars.
Glad to see he's all right.
Lewis with the ball, over to Burnett, down to Henry. Henry up off the glass, no good. Pulled down by Cottle. Great rebound there by Cottle as he was swatted by definitely 2 defenders. Probably could have been a foul as Glasgow throws up a runner on the other end, and it's no good. And Bryson Davis is going to push the tempo here for the Cougars. Davis over to Lewis. Lewis pulls it back out, 20 on the shot clock. Over to Burnett, back to Lewis. Lewis drives, nothing. Kicks it back out to Burnett. Looks inside to Diaby. Diaby backs in, spins, throws up a runner off the glass, and it's good.
Great shot.
Great contested shot, though, by Berea. Diaby just happened to find the back of the rim enough that it knocked in and went through the net.
Spun through 2 defenders.
Lightfoot with the ball here. Kicks it out to Cottle. Cottle looks to drive, backs in on Lewis. Spinner, turnaround, jumper, and it's good. That's a contested great shot there by Cottle.
He's been on fire today.
Believe he's got 22 right now for the game. Burnett with the ball, drives. Tipped away. Regained by Lewis. Back out to Burnett, inside to Henry. Over to Diaby, just off his hands. Looks like possession is going to stay here for the Cougars. Great look there by Henry. Diaby just wasn't quite ready for that one, because that's going to bring Montre Cash and Vince Contreras in here for the Cougars, and Gabe Hinton back in for the Mountaineers. Is going to send Mitchell Embry to the bench. Yeah, like I was mentioning, though, great look there by Henry. It was just a little bit high and behind for Diaby, and Cougars were lucky to gain possession back there.
Yeah, ball movement's been great, though, for the Cougars today.
It has. Davis with the ball for the Cougars, crosses over, swings it to Contreras. Back out for Montre Cash, deep three, off front iron, pulled down by Burnett. Tough play there. Burnett was looking for backdoor by Contreras, and Contreras just wasn't quite on the same page.
He was actually moving the backdoor cut, and then he switched it.
just a little bit too slow on it. As Lightfoot has the ball for the Mountaineers, drives, spins, kicks it out to Hinton. Back over to Cottle. Trapped in the corner, back out to Hinton. Kicks it over to Lightfoot, defended by Cash. Puts up a three, off iron, pulled down by Lightfoot. Runner in the lane, and it's off iron, pulled down by Diaby. I really did think that was going to fall for Lightfoot. Great look there on the grabbing his own rebound and putting it up. Burnett here inside to Diaby. Backs in, spins. Almost could have got it for a travel on that one. This is going to go outside to Davis, pulled down by Cash. Cash off backboard, and it's good.
Wow.
Great offensive rebound there by Cash. Almost fell over and went out of bounds. Managed to regain his momentum and flip the defender and put it up off glass for 2. Cottle with the ball. Dishes off to Carter. Defended by Burnett. Back out to Cottle. Three-pointer attempt by Cottle. Front iron, no good. Pulled down by Diaby. Gets it up to Cash, and the Cougars will push the tempo here. Tipped away by Berea, remains with the Cougars. And it looks like that's going to bring us to the 8-minute media. We're going to take a brief break here. When we come back, we'll have the final 7:02 remaining in regulation. And welcome back. Averett currently leads 64-58 with 7:02 remaining here in the second half. Great second half here by Montre Cash and Tim Henry as they've really stepped up. And big game here today as well by Mariva Diaby as he's really played a big presence underneath. Hit several, I'd say 5 or 6 big shots in the post as Cash throws it deep here to McAllister, who checked in during that break. McAllister brings it up here in the front court. Swings it over to Contreras in the corner. Back out to McAllister. Three-point attempt here by Cash, and it's good! Great ball movement there again by the Cougars, looking to find the open man. Not settling for a high contested shot, but looking for a wide open attempt. Lightfoot here with the ball for the Mountaineers. Over to Cottle, comes off a screen. Inside, looking for... Great pass there by Hinton, looking for Dowdy, and it looked like Contreras just slowed him down enough and went off his hands, and he just couldn't quite recover and went out of bounds. As Henry comes up to the table here for the Cougars. Cash with the ball. Yeah, as we just mentioned, Montre Cash has kind of caught fire here in the second half and really helped lead towards the Cougars taking a 9-point lead here.
Yeah, Cash has 17 now.
I believe he had 7 at halftime, so a 10-point early second half. 3 points away from his 4th straight 20-point game as he throws a runner off the lane, pulled down by Diaby, and he puts it in. That's great. Cleaning up the glass again, Moreva Diaby.
Diaby now 15 and 8.
Cottle here with the ball from the Mountaineers. Over to Lightfoot. Throws it into...
Yeah, they stole by Cash.
Carter with the ball. 3-point attempt here by... 3-point attempt there by Cottle, excuse me.
On McAllister.
And it looks like, yeah, they're going to get McAllister on a foul there, battling for the rebound. As it's going to be a 16 foul, and I believe it's going to be ball out of bounds. Yeah, but that's going to be Bryson Davis on the. Did they get Bryson Davis or TJ McAllister on the foul on that one? Looks like they called it on Davis, which will be his 3rd.
I was wrong.
Ball comes into Carter. Carter puts up a jumper, off iron, no good. Pulled down by Cash. Cash really cleans up a lot of those opposite side, weak side rebounds, as you call them in basketball terms. Very sneaky at being able to crash the glass, leave his defender on anticipating a miss from the other side.
You don't realize he's there, and then he's just there.
Contreras splits the lane. Looks like that was blocked by Hinton. Probably give that one to Hinton or Dowdy on that one. Both, I think, got a hand on it, but possession out of bounds remains with Cougars. 12 seconds on here on the shot clock. Goes inside to Henry. Henry powers up. Run off the lane is good. Defended by a little undersized there. Looks like they had Austin Glasgow on the defense, and he just happened to put it up and it went in. Looks like they're going to wave that shot dead. Wait to see who they get the call on, but it looks like they're going to get TJ McAllister. I believe that's his 3rd foul. Team 7th, so that's going to put Lightfoot at the line here shooting 1-1. What have you seen from the Cougars so far here in the second half coming out?
Well, the rebounding was close at half, and they're up by about 10 rebounds now on Berea, so they've definitely controlled the boards. I feel they control them
definitely on the offensive side of the field, getting a lot of putbacks, which makes second chance points makes a big difference. Yeah,
and that's where the difference was.
His Lightfoot shots no good. Pulled down here by Diaby.
They only led 1 defensive rebound, but out rebounded Berea by 9.
Yeah. Cash here with the ball for the Cougars. Comes off a screen by Diaby, drives, throws a run off the glass, no good. Almost pulled again down by Diaby, but that possession's going to go to Berea here, and it looks like it's going to bring Jalen Burnett back in here for the Cougars and send Montre Cash to the bench. I believe he's still sitting at 17 for the game, but as we were talking about before we threw a runner a few minutes ago, looking to make it 4 consecutive 20-point scoring outputs, which great week for the past week for Cash. Looks like Andrew Dowdy's going to get the jumper there. It looked like Lightfoot threw it out to him. Great luck there. 71-60 lead here by the Cougars. 4:30 remaining.
Cash has been great down the stretch.
McAllister with the ball. Stolen away by Carter. Carter up and dunks. You can tell he slowed down the momentum on that one. He was getting ready to throw something big down, and he got up on that. Oh. McAllister with the crossover. Looking for something, nothing. Goes off the lane, blocked away by Dowdy. Lands in the hands of Burnett. Burnett drives, running off the lane, and looks like they're going to get a blocking foul on Embry on that one, it looks like. Correction, it looks like they're going to get Isaac Cottle with a foul on that, and I believe that's going to be his 2nd, team's 8th. So we'll have 1-1 when we come back after this 4-minute media. We'll be back with the final 4 minutes of regulation as the Cougars lead 71-62. Welcome back as we'll bring you the final 4 minutes of regulation here as Averett currently leads 71-62. As Jalen Burnett's going to head to the line here shooting 1-1 as looks like they just got Isaac Cottle for his second foul of the game, 8th team. Burnett's first shot attempt's up, and it's good. Second shot attempt up. Off iron. Pulled down by Cottle. Gets it up ahead to Carter. Carter pushes the tempo. Spins. Cuts inside. Reverse layup. And it's good. Great move there by Carter. Great body control to be able to the Euro step in the lane there and put up a runner off the glass. Looks like they're going to get a jump ball here. Possession remains with the Cougars. Referee letting the Cougars know 8 seconds to get the ball across half court. 28-second shot clock. Davis inbounds it to Burnett. Burnett pushes it, spins, Euro steps in the lane, runner off, no good. Pulled down by Dowdy. Gets the ball to Glasgow. Glasgow pushes the tempo here for the Mountaineers, pulls it out and sets up the offense here. Defended by Burnett. Spins over to Cottle. Gets it over to Carter. Carter looks to drive behind the back. Inside, looks like they're going to get Tim Henry or Bryson Davis on the foul of that one because it looked like both of them had contact. But it looks like they're going to call that on Tim Henry. I believe that's going to be his third, team's 8th, and that's going to send Carter to the line here shooting 2. Shooting 1-1, correction. First shot's good. Cash checks back in for the Cougars. Lightfoot and Hinton check back in for the Mountaineers. Going to send Burnett to the bench. As Glasgow and Dowdy check out for Berea. Carter's second shot attempt. Second shot attempt's good. So Trevor, what do you see over the final 3 minutes here that the Cougars really need to pull out to come out with a victory on this one?
Well, I know I sound like a broken record, but defense, they're up by 6. Of course, you got to make some closeout baskets, but you could win if you just stop them every time on defense.
Ball goes inside to Diaby. Diaby spins. Hook shot in the lane is good. Really getting comfortable with that hook shot tonight. I believe he's got 17 points actually.
Diaby and Cash have been the high scorers here for the Cougars.
Embry with the ball, drives. Looked like that was tipped away, pulled down by Lightfoot. Back inside to Embry. Embry up and under, and it's off iron, no good, pulled down by Hendry.
That's the defense I was talking about. Big stop there.
Even though Diaby didn't get a hand on both of those balls, just his presence was able to keep it going. His Cash three-pointer, no good. Going to call that off Henry. It's going to go back to Berea. But yeah, as we were just talking about, even though ball's going to stay here with the Cougars. Even though Diaby didn't get a hand on both of those, just the presence at 6'6" with a 3-foot wingspan up above so you got to shoot over a 9-foot target. Yeah. So makes it a tough one. As that's going to bring us to a timeout. Looks like Coach David Duino is going to call a full timeout. So we're going to take a break with him. When we come back, we'll have the final 2 minutes and 26 remaining as Averett leads 74-66. And welcome back. Is Cougars ball. 74-66 lead with 2:26 remaining as Montre Cash here will inbound for the Cougars. New 30-second shot clock. Ball comes into Lewis. Looking inside for Henry, nothing there. Kicks it out to Cash. Cash for three, and it's good! Montre Cash, I believe, has got 20 points now for the game, making it 4 straight 20-point games. As the Mountaineers get it up ahead to Dowdy, he throws up a runner. Looks like he was blocked away by Diaby. Tip-in was no good. Rebound pulled down by Diaby, and the Cougars here will push the tempo with Cash. Cash slips by 2 defenders. Dribbling around, gets it back out to Lewis. Mountaineers looking to trap here. Inside to Henry. Henry pulls it out. Spin move. Throws up a runner off the glass, and looks like they're going to get Dowdy there for his 5th, as he was just caught one-on-one with Henry, and Henry was looking to make a move there.
Diaby now with a double-double. You said 17 and 10. Cash.
17 and 10, turning one of his best games as a Cougar. As that is going to be Dowdy's 5th foul. As he fouls out, it's going to bring looks like Matthew Graham for his first appearance, and Hinton checks back in. But great game by Dowdy today. He played well on the boards, put in a couple big shots, but just one of those that he got caught twice with a bigger offensive guy on him and picked up the tough foul. Henry at the line here, shooting 2, his first attempt.
Cash also has 20.
First shot attempts up, and it's good. Cougars lead 78-66, 1:44 remaining.
But really a great team performance by the Cougars today.
Really was. Having lost 2 in a row. I know they played well at William Peace, and then came out a little lackadaisical as Henry's shot falls in for the second attempt. But yeah, like I was saying, came out a little lackadaisical the other day against Methodist. It fell in that one, but looks like Coach Duino got his squad fired up today. As Carter throws a runner in the lane, that's good. Fired up to go on senior day as Burnett and McAllister really kind of lit of a spark going off the benches.
Oh, yeah.
Cash really didn't get going until late, but he's come on late here in the second half. I believe he's got 13 points here in the second half. It looks like they're going to get looks like they're going to get Carter here for the foul. I believe that's his second, it'll be team's 10th. So McAllister will head to the line here, shoot 2. Looks like Mountaineers are in that last-second foul, hoping to miss free throws at this attempt and then get offensive possessions in theirs. Yeah. But McAllister's first shot's up. It's good. That's going to bring in some mass subs here for the Cougars as it's like number 44, Noah Smith, number 15, Khalil Chapman, and number 10, Ian Best are going to get their first action of the game. Well, Alex Ayton is going to check back in for the Mountaineers. Minute 16 here remaining, 80-68 lead here by the Cougars. McAllister's second attempt. Second attempt up, and it's good. Lightfoot with the ball here. Gets it over to Graham. Graham defended by Burnett, stolen away by Burnett. Oh, missed dunked attempt by Burnett. Tried to go out big on senior day and just fell a little bit short. As it looked like Glasgow drove the lane, it got tipped away, and it fell. It looked like it. That one's a tough call right there. I thought we hit that, and it should have remained with Berea, but it looks like it's going to be Cougars' ball. As looks like Harrison, Cochran, and Bullock are going to check back in here for the Cougars. 55.8 seconds here remaining in this one. As looks like TJ McAllister and Jalen Burnett are going to come off for their senior days and get standing ovations. Of course, they'll be back in action next Tuesday in playoff action, but great days for them in senior day action. As Best has the ball here for the Cougars. Gets it over to Cochran. Three-point attempt here by Chapman. Off front iron. Pulled down by Smith. Smith spins. Nothing. Puts up a runner in the lane. No good. Pulled down by Ayton. Looks like they're going to get Noah Smith here with a hack. That's going to put Ayton at the line shooting 1-1, 19 foul on the Cougars. 35.6 seconds remaining, 81-68 lead. Coach David Duino emptying the bench in the final minute here.
Get everybody some minutes, yep. But still, great team performance today by the Cougars.
Very great team performance.
People off the bench scored.
I believe they got offensive outputs by almost probably 60-70% of the team, which is big. I know Cash has been scoring a lot, and Henry, but they didn't have to do so much today as Davis didn't score quite a lot, but did a lot defensively and rebounding wise as Bullock put in a few baskets, and then McAllister had a great game, and then you got big offensive output by Lewis today as 8 and second shot was off the iron, pulled down by Bullock.
And then you get a double-double from Diaby and 20 from Cash.
You're right, yeah. Diaby had a great offensive output today. Ball comes inside to Smith. Smith backs in, hook shot up, off glass, no good. Pulled down by Hinton. Gets it out to Lightfoot, and Berea will push the tempo. Shot clock's off, 16 seconds remaining. Three-point attempt by Glasgow, no good. Tip him by, looked like Hinton, and that was good. 10 seconds here remaining. Best with the ball for the Cougars is he'll pull it over the line here, get it up to Chapman, and they'll pull it out. As the Cougars are going to come away today with an 81-71 win. Averett's going to improve to 8-17 on the year, 8-9 overall in conference. Need some help here in the conference. Need William Peace to go down today for the Cougars to slide into third, but overall they should finish top 4 in the conference. Odds are they're probably going to play on the road next week at Tuesday at NC Wesleyan, or they could be playing Methodist, who played the other night. But Berea is going to finish the year at the regular season at 11-14 overall and 6-12 in conference play. As big offensive outputs, as we talked today, by Mariva Diaby, who finished with a double-double, arguably one of his best games as a Cougar, and Montre Cash finishing with 20 points. Talk a little bit about the stat line here over here.
So yeah, three players for Cougars in double digits. Tim Henry had 13, like you said. Diaby had 17, and Cash had 20. Also, Burnett turned in 8. Contreras turned in 8. Bryson Davis had 4 with Lewis. Cochran 3. Bullock and McAllister each tacked on 2. Rebounding, Henry had 8. Burnett had 6. Diaby had 10. Cochran had 2. Bullock had 4. Smith got 1 as he came in there late. Contreras, Cash, and Lewis all with 3. And Davis with 2.
And on the other side of the ball for the Mountaineers,
Cotto had 22 points. He shot the leading scorer for Berea. Shot amazing today. 9 for 15.
60% from the field. Yeah.
Didn't make a 3 in the second half.
Didn't make a 3 in the second half. Had quite a few open looks, but just couldn't get one to fall. As I think the defense stepped up a little bit in the second half. He still had a couple of nice turnaround jumpers with the defender in his face, but as we mentioned, as you can see, the gym's clearing out as the women's basketball team's getting ready for their quarterfinal round, as they'll take on Maryville College at 2 p.m. Just about 49 minutes away from game time, as they got to clear out the gym here as USA South rules. Fans got to pay to come back in for the second one. We're going to wrap this one up, but we want to thank you for tuning in today to the Averett Sports Network, as the Averett men came out with the 81-71 win against the Berea College Mountaineers. Trevor, I want to thank you for being on with me today. As always, it's a pleasure, and we want to thank you for everybody that tuned in to listen to us, and I hope you have a rest of the great afternoon, and be sure to tune in as the Averett women take on Maryville College in the quarterfinal round of the USA South Tournament. Take care, and have a good day.